pronouns. Nobody cares about them. Women are so upset that jobs aren't even asking them about it. Who's gonna ask you what the hell you are? We already know. We see it in the profile. You're a woman.
In a new job today, and usually when I work a new job, someone will ask me what my pronouns are. Except today, I'm sitting there almost done with my shift, and I'm like, okay, no one here has asked me what my pronouns are. Am I just not hidden as queer anymore? Like, I don't really know how to bring up what my
See, it's all a performance, right? You see this, and now you're like, oh, it's all a performance because apparently you're not queer enough for people to ask you for your pronouns. So what? You gotta appear to be more queer?
pronouns are myself. I think especially in spaces where I'm like, oh, is this all cis straight people? And I know what you're thinking. You should say your pronouns after you say your name. And that is the opportune time. Unfortunately, I always forget to do that. So I'm like, what do I do now? Go up to my coworker and be like, hey, by the way, if you're ever planning on like shit talking me behind my back, but you still like respect me on a basic human level, my pronouns are they, them. Please and thank you. Until finally,
Again, the whole they them thing. You're just changing meanings of words. They them means multiple people. Are you that crazy that there's multiple people in you? That's why you have to call yourself multiple people?
one of the owners before I left came up to me today and he's like, hey, I'm not trying to presume anything. Like, I'm not trying to be presumptuous. I just asked everyone, what are your pronouns? And I was like, thank God, I've been waiting for this. You can be presumptuous all you want, they, them. And then he was like, wait, no, you're not supposed to be presumptuous. And I'm like, yeah, you're not. But
Listen. I am never one to block somebody from their blessings, meaning that your lifestyle choices has nothing to do with your ability to do the job, as long as you don't bring your lifestyle choices into the job. I prefer, especially within my own companies, to work with people that I'm more closely aligned with, right? Maybe not like, every single thing that you got going on, because I don't really care about what you got going on in your personal life. But as long as you're not doing something egregious that comes back to hurt me and you are a good employee, then I don't really care about what you got going on after hours. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to know what you got going on in the after hours. The best people to work with are the ones that you don't know all of their business, and it's a need to know basis,
It's
right?
true.
I've worked with plenty of people in corporate America that I've hired, some that I've inherited, and some that's just co-workers that lived whatever lifestyle that they lived, and I didn't even find out until maybe like at a company picnic or something like that. But the most ideal situation is to be able to work with people and you don't really know about what they got going on.
Yes, because all you should be focusing on the task at hand. Work.
And so it's a need to know basis. But this type of person that comes in trying to push an agenda is an immediate, let me figure out how to get you up out of here. And legally, so that it don't come back and I don't have to pay you out for some wrongful termination or whatever. But if you can find this out sooner rather than later, especially if you're in a right to work state, get them up out of there, bro. Get them up out of there. They are going to be toxic. They're going to be toxic for the work culture. They're going to focus more on their pronouns than they are on the work that they're supposed to be doing. You don't want to, in any way, shape, or form, find yourself at a disposition or in a situation where you're now forced to tiptoe around somebody because of the laws that was implemented long ago to try to accommodate people based off of a lifestyle choice. It's crazy. And if somebody was to ever walk around just in regular life, let alone in a regular job, and tell me, why didn't you ask me what my pronouns are? I don't care. I genuinely don't care.
I really don't. Like, get the job done, you idiot. Like, that's what I need you to do. And that's what I hired you for. Not to be known for being a they, them, or whatever the fuck it is.
Got another video that I was thinking about reacting to that somebody sent me inside of my email. And there's people that just create pronouns and they have a huge following on social media, right? Y'all messing up my algorithm by continuing to send me this stuff, but it's okay. They have huge followings on social media of what they are posting. And my pronouns are birthday cake and birthday cup. There is a segment of I kid you not. I'm gonna do a reaction video to it. There's a segment of the population that is so insane and so crazy that is the thing that they lean.
Well, what did I say about mental asylums? We should bring them back. I know they're not the greatest, but I can't think of a better solution.
Into. And it's a huge community, which just tells me how crazy people are. And I'm not crazy when I go back to my traditional values. I'm not insane when I identify stuff like this and I call it out for what it is. But if you run into a person, I'm telling you, if you run into a person, I don't care how good they are. If you are toxic, if you are not a cultural fit, if you're the type of person that's gonna be problematic and make up problems where they don't exist, if we can't have a fun, happy-go-lucky culture without having to worry about you getting so easily offended, get them out of there immediately, or else they're going to become a small cancer that will infect every single thing that y'all do and touch, and they will destroy your work culture, and it is not going to be conducive for anybody that works there, and everybody gonna wanna leave. They will mess up everything that y'all got going on. Eliminate, and I ain't even just talking about people that act like this in the pronouns. Eliminate people that are a cancer to the culture, the work culture that you are building, especially if you own your own company. Because if you don't, I promise you, you have to weed it out in the interview process. Don't hire them. You have to weed it out immediately because their personality not being a fit for what you're trying to build will absolutely tear everything out the frame if you do not.
Employees make the business, right? That's the thing about businesses. Like, you need good employees. Without good employees, you ain't got a business.
I'm warning you. It will be much more difficult to rebuild the culture around having a conducive environment for people to be able to work in and enjoy coming to work and enjoy what they do. They will hate coming to work. They will hate working there. They will hate dealing with people like this on a regular basis because it is so disruptive, so ignorant to pretend that you're a fairy and you are not a fairy. You're not a fairy. I mean, like I said, you can live your life and dress however you want to dress, but when you hear, you're going to have to cut it off and be a good employee. I don't want to hear about none of that nonsense.
Case, I'm thankful.
I got called sir today in an Uber. Just out of what's going on? Where are we giving sir? What part of it? Just, can we identify a single prominent feature that's giving sir? Because I don't know if I can. Was it the name? Did we just go off of the name? Because I feel like when you looked at me when I got in the car, that should have gone out the window. But what are we missing here, gang? Because until we figure that part out, I don't really think I'm going to give you a tip. Cool?
So now we got to pretend like, and I thought that we left this behind in 2024 when Trump got elected and we got rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah.
And we started having people qualify themselves based off of the merit of who they are. And we started focusing on not allowing for men to go inside of women's bathrooms and men's and women's sports. And we started calling people by their name and addressing them according to their biological gender. If you want me to walk around and pretend, and this is another problem that comes along with having jobs that are customer service based, retail, customer facing, you have to deal with all kind of personalities and all types of people.
It sucks. It sucks hiring for retail. Like a donut shop, I almost don't want to hire outside of the Cambodian community because everybody just works so differently culture-wise. Cambodian culture when it comes to donut shop is very different.
And they want you, instead of it just being a service, hey, listen, I'm here to drop you off, get you there safely. Hopefully the car smells good and you don't have any problems and you had a good experience. We didn't hit any speed bumps and we didn't have to run from the police. Instead of it just being based off of that, now you have to sit there and placate and try to make people feel good about their life choices because they decided that they wanted to be a fairy instead of being a regular everyday person or their biological gender. And now I have to sit here and waste my time and play to your ignorance in order to get a tip.
You're correct.
I couldn't do it, bro. It's
like, I gotta play pretend with you?
It wouldn't be in me.
Cool.
I will never be able to form a solid opinion on neopronouns because on the one hand, I think they're fucking stupid. But on the other hand, do I really care enough what other people do in their lives to give a shit?
No, we don't. That's why you can call yourself whatever you want. Don't force me to do it.
No. If somebody out there who's probably 14 really wants to say that they're very sexual and they go by pup self pronouns, does that affect me?
What? I don't even, bro, I'm not even following. Am I not intelligent enough to follow along?
We dumb.
But
We dumb.
Your pronouns are what? Berry, berry, pup, pup? Why don't you just say, listen, this is my nickname.
Yeah, like this is what pronouns are now. It's like just nicknames. You know, there's a reason why they call me Red. It was given to me because of my personality.
Y'all can call me Berry Pup if you want to call me by a nickname, or you can just call me by the name that, you know, you got on here. I don't, and more importantly, I don't care what a 14-year-old thinks. I don't care what a 14-year-old thinks. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I'm going to say what I want to say.
In any way. Like, genuinely, I could not care less. Then you have people that look at that and then associate it with, like, the greater LGBTQ community, and they're like, oh, they're all like that. Then I start thinking, like, is it problematic? Like, is this something that, like, sets us back? But then at the same time, like, people shouldn't care about what people want to be called, even if they think it's stupid. It's like the equivalent of coming up with a really dumb-ass, like, nickname. Because it's like, you know, like,
Pretty much.
like, do we really care? Well,
Yeah, but forcing other people to call you by your nickname, though. I don't force people.
I personally respect those pronouns to your face, yes. Would I be friends with you? Probably not. Would I respect your pronouns when talking about you to other people? Probably not. But do people even use those in real life? Probably not. It's like Schrodinger's neopronoun. Pup Self uses it online, and nobody will probably be asked to ever use that in real life. So it's like a non-issue. But is it?
I'm fearful that when I'm going to create a separate account for my social medias, as far as like Instagram and X and TikTok, because when y'all send me these videos, and even YouTube, because when y'all send me these videos, y'all messing up my algorithm, bro. And I don't want my algorithm to start feeding me pronoun-based videos based off of this stupid, ignorant nonsense. But I do think that it's entertaining enough to have a conversation about.